Hi everybody, today we'll be doing a quick ab blast class. It'll be about 20 minutes. We'll have cues on the video, so go ahead, crank up some music and let's get started.
Alright, so what we're going to do today, we're going to go for a plank and a dead bug hold. We're going to superset both of those. Those are both going to be good solid static exercises. Then we're going to do a crunch to sit up. What that one's going to be, you're going to start out with a crunch and then go for a sit up, and you'll alternate those two on each rep. We're going to do 4 sets at 30 seconds each. We're going to go back to the superset. After that, we're going to go one for bird dogs and one for Superman. We'll do 1 minute on each of those 2 times. Then we'll go knee tucks for a minute and Russian twist for a minute for 2 sets. And then we're going to go for a plank for the very last minute. Alright, so let's get into this plank here. We're going to dig into the plank, really press your toes into the ground, tighten the quads, press your elbows into the ground. If you need to, you can go up onto your hands on that exercise. But really tighten the abs, tighten your back, really press where you're holding. Alright, we're going to be done with this minute here in just a couple of seconds in 3, 2, 1. Alright, go ahead and switch over to the dead bug hold. What we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and bring your feet up in the air, hold your feet up high, and then get your shoulders off the ground. We're getting a 10-second rest, and then we're going again. Hold your shoulders off the ground, and then try to reach your shins. Act like you're reaching your toes with your hands. Hold that and tighten. We're going to hold that for a minute here. Really tighten at the abs. Force those shoulders to stay off the ground. And we'll be done with that here in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop down. Alright, we're going to get 10 seconds rest, then we're going to go back over to that plank. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Dig in and hold. Keep holding that, and we're done in 3, 2, 1. We're going to go for the dead bug one more time. We got 10 seconds rest. And we're going for one more dead bug. Go again. Remember, feet up high, really tighten the abs, try to keep the shoulders off the ground. You're only going to be using about a couple inches to a foot of your body to really hold yourself completely off the ground. keep holding that, and you're done in 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and drop down. We're going to rest for 10 seconds, then we're going to go over to the crunch to sit-up. All right, for this crunch to sit-up, go ahead and go. What you're going to be doing, you're going to go 1 single rep a crunch, just getting your shoulders off the ground, 1 single rep for a full sit-up. I was lucky enough to have a barbell to put my feet under, my toes under, just to kind of stabilize me a little bit. But what you can do with that, you can put your toes under couch, you can put your toes under, if you have an elliptical or a treadmill at home, you can put your toes under there. Basically whatever you can get, even if you have a heavy dumbbell. A lot of times if I only have one heavy dumbbell, I'll put 1 foot right under that dumbbell. So we're going to go alternating reps on that crunch to sit up. We're going for 30 seconds, and you're done. And we're getting a 10-second rest before our next set. And our next set, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Now, as you're doing this, you might start to kind of slide away from your wherever your feet are a little bit. You kind of notice I had to slide my butt up. We're done in 3, 2, 1. That's just because you have so much movement going on. We're going to go ahead and go again here in a 3, 2, 1. And you are going to be done with this set in 3, 2, 1, rest. Really get as much rest, as much breath as you can. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're going again. 3, 2, 1. And you're going to go ahead and be done in 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, next exercise we're going to move on to is a bird dog. So what this bird dog exercise is, we're going in 3, 2, 1. What this bird dog exercise is, you're going to be down on your elbows and your knees. You're getting your shoulders right above your elbows. What you're going to go ahead and do, lift one leg, 1 foot up, kick it as far back as you can, and then you're going to lift the opposite hand up with the palm in. So you see I'm lifting my right leg up, my left arm is coming up, and then the opposite side, left leg up, right arm is coming up. It takes a little bit more space than a lot of other stuff. But what this is going to do, it's going to deal with a lot of dynamic balance, a lot of that dynamic balance. It'll work with a couple of subsystems in there. Make sure when you come up, your back is staying straight. You'll still have a little bit of twist in it, but you don't want it to be moving too far up or down anywhere. Keep going on that, and you're done in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to go ahead and drop down, and we're going to go to a Superman exercise. So what the Superman's going to be, we're laying on our front, and we're going in 3, 2, 1. Laying on your front, you're going to have your hands together and feet together. You're going to flex, you're going to tighten at your back, just that lower back. You'll still tighten at the upper back as well. But those spinal erectors are in the lower back. So you're going to tighten at the lower back, bring your hands up high and your feet up high together. Lift up, hold for a second, and then go right back down. We'll do this one for 1 minute. We'll do each one for 1 minute. All right, and you're going to be done with this exercise in 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, we're going to switch over to those bird dogs one more time. We're going to go for 3, 2, 1. Go again. Make sure you're really tightening at the glutes, really tightening at the shoulders. You're going to be working your lats a little bit. You're going to be working your traps a little bit on this one. There's a lot of different muscles that are having to come into play there, both for you to stabilize your body and for you to get those those extremities off the ground to the ground, to get those joint actions done, completed. Keep going. You're going to be done in 3, 2, 1. Drop down. All right, we're going to go for the Superman exercise one more time. Going in 3, 2, 1. Go. Really keep your hands and feet together. Really lift as high as you can. Tighten your glutes. Tighten your lower back, your upper back, right where those lats, those traps are. One thing you'll notice, make sure and keep your head down. I usually keep my head right in line with my shoulders, my spine kind of there. Make sure your head is staying down. You don't want your head to pop up a whole lot. And we're going to be done in 3, 2, 1. All right, next one we're going to go ahead and do, it's going to be knee tucks. So you're going to be seated on your butt. We're going in 3, 2, 1. All right, what you're going to do, you're going to be seated on your butt. If you don't know how to do this one, seated on your butt, you're going to have, I'll usually bring my hands out just to kind of stabilize me a little bit. You'll go ahead and tuck your knees, keep your upper body up high. Then you'll kick your feet out as far as you can and lower your lower body down. It's almost like you're stretching out that lower body. And then tighten back up, close back up, bring your chest back up and bring your knees back closer to the chest. Almost like there's a string that's tightening there, and then you're pushing it out. We're going to do this for 1 minute here. We're going to do 1 minute. We're going to do 2 sets, 1 minute each. And you'll be done in 3, 2, 1, done. All right, we're going to go one more set. We're getting 10 seconds rest first. Going in 3, 2, 1. Really keep your body back. Make sure your butt is the only thing that's really balancing you. Press out with the feet, almost like you're pushing something out. And then really close up. Tighten those abs when you're closing up. Keep going all the way to the end. Finish strong. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to stay in that seated position. What we're going to do, we're going to go for a Russian twist. We're still going to have that 10-ish seconds of rest. But we're going to go into a Russian twist. So from that seated position, you're going again. From that seated position, what you're going to do, you're going to do your best to pop your feet up off the ground, and then take your hands together right in front of your abs. If you have like an exercise ball, if you have a small dumbbell, a small kettlebell, you can hold that to kind of increase the resistance there. You're going to pop your feet off the ground, lie back a little bit, and then twist from the hips. You're going to twist from the hips at your obliques. Those are going to be right above your hips. You're going to twist either side, go from hip to hip on there. If I have a kettlebell with me, I'll usually try to go from the side of one hip to the side of the other hip. Knock out as many reps as you can. We're doing this for a minute. We're doing 2 sets on here. And you're going to be done in 3, 2, 1. We're going for one more set after we get this rest in. In 3, 2, 1. Good. Tighten up, tighten up. Something you'll notice on here, I did 15 seconds with my feet up off the ground, 15 seconds with my feet on the ground. 15 off, 15 on. If you're doing this towards the end of the workout, maybe you're not feeling so well with the feet off the ground, you can do that kind of go for a little while with the feet off, and then a little while with the feet on the ground. A little while feet off, a little while feet on the ground. And we're done in 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one, we're going to go for a 1-minute plank. One more set, 1-minute plank. Go. Pop up into that plank. Really, really tighten those, tighten your abs, tighten your quads, press your toes into the ground. It's okay if you're kind of shaken by this time. If you're kind of jittering a little bit, that's okay. Keep holding on all the way through the end. You only got about 5 seconds left. And we're done in 3, 2, 1, and you are done.